Before we keep going, I want to let everybody know, everybody congratulate Tiffany. She officially finished her transformation about 5 days ago. All right. So she officially done. She lost about 20
Congratulations.
pounds or whatever, and she's
Thank
finally
you.
done. All right. So just want to give her the highlight of the day. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. Okay. So you know what, Tiffany? Why I got you, and I know you're a busy person, so I know you can't talk for forever. But how does it feel to finally achieve your goal?
It was great. It actually, now that, there's no pressure, it actually feels a little easier.
That's how it is, right? So I tell my clients all the time, you might notice once you hit your goal weight, you might see that it's easy for you to hit that goal weight all the time because you're not pressuring it. So
hmm
it's funny how in life, it's like when you are going for something and you starting after it, and it's kind of like you're squeezing the life out of something, but that's how bad you want it. But then when you kind of relax and you just let it happen, it just so happens it comes to you.
Yeah.
So I just want to say congratulations, Tiffany. And Tiffany officially did her first week of maintenance. And how hard was you doing that, Tiffany?
Oh, it wasn't hard at all. Maintenance was really easy, actually.
And if
I'm
you
surprised.
and let the ladies know every single day on average what you have been eating, like what type of things you've been starting to reintroduce since you've been on maintenance.
So I'm reintroducing carbs, but the carbs that I'm having are like potatoes, but not. I've had potatoes, pasta, and rice, but I don't eat it multiple times a day, and I still eat protein heavy. I don't finish my carbs. I don't eat a lot of them. So we had spaghetti, but I didn't have a huge plate of spaghetti. When I went out on Friday, I told you I got the Mongolian juice with the peppers, but it came with a small rice, and I didn't eat all my rice. And then I had a crab boil, but I did eat both corn and potato, but I filled up a lot on the seafood mostly.
Okay. And throughout this whole duration of the week, of course, you're going to see the scale fluctuate, but today you're still at a lower weight, right?
Yes.
So, ladies, one thing I want y'all to understand, and thank you, Tiffany. One thing I want y'all to understand is this is not going to be something that y'all have to follow forever. You're just following this method that I taught you to get to your goal faster. So now, if y'all was eating a little bit more rice here and there, and eating a little bit more potatoes, eating a little bit more spaghetti, stuff like that, y'all realize that if you was consistent enough, y'all would still got to your goal weight, just not as fast as you did in 2 months, in 3 months. You see what I'm saying? That's why when you all your life you seen that you're only supposed to lose a pound or two a week, but that's because you're not controlling every single variable. Okay, and you're losing weight, not losing fat. Now, when you can target your fat loss, the only way you can target fat loss is if you cut down how much glucose you're having inside the body. Then guess what? Now, instead of that losing that 2 pounds a week, you can lose 4 pounds. You can lose 5 pounds, and you can also lose 6. Okay. Speaking of people who's been very successful on this program, I want to shout out. I see she just joined, Cherie. Cherie just lost 30 pounds, ladies, in under 60 days. So I want y'all to congratulate her as well. She lost 30 pounds in about 58 days. Okay. So Cherie, if you don't mind, are you available?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. And how many more pounds you trying to go for now?
20.
So we're laughing, right? Because when she originally signed up, she told me, Trey, I don't want to be out here looking like a bobblehead. I don't want like a crackhead. I just want to lose 30 pounds. Now that she's seen that it was possible, I wasn't selling her a dream. Now she's talking about I want to lose 20 more. But now that 20 that she's trying to lose, she's going to be the baddest thing walking because she's going to have abs if she lose that 20. All right? So, Cherie, throughout this whole duration, and first off, we got to talk about your weekend, but how does it feel for you to lose the 30 pounds? And if you had to talk to yourself in the past, what would you tell yourself to do to get even faster results if you had to do it all over again?
First of all, it feels great. Like, it feels really good because I never thought I would be back down to this weight because I haven't been this weight that I actually am since high school military. So it feels really, really good. And then if I had to tell myself something before I started, honestly, I feel like I came in with the right mindset.
Definitely did.
in general. I
Yeah.
came in locked in already, so I wouldn't tell myself any different. With the exception that I can give myself some grace. I was very, very hard on
Yes.
myself.
Yes. Okay. So Cherie, as you can see, she came from a military background. Every single time I have a woman that comes from the military to get the fastest results. Why? They know in order for you to obtain something new, you got to sacrifice something old. So Cherie was willing to say, Trey, I'm only going to eat one meal a day. And I'm like, Cherie, you don't have to do that. But she was so willing to do that because she wanted to make sure she has a change in her life. And she is somebody who's able to work out here and there, but she can't work out consistently daily. So she said, you know what, I'm just locking on my diet, which is the best thing to lock in on if you're trying to lose weight. And once again, she lost 30 pounds in under 60 days. She had 2 days on the table, but she still did it. Okay? So what I want to do now is we got a lot of women on this call looking around now who actually was successful or been seeing a lot of progress these past couple months. So I wanted to try to see if I can connect you with somebody who's trying to see a little bit more faster results. Okay, so let me see here anybody who's been seeing that the scale is dropping, but they want to see the scale drop more. Is there anybody that want to talk? Or feel like that's in that boat? Bridget, how you doing?
Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I finally got back on the scale. I hate getting on the scale if I'm on my period. I feel like it's depressing.
Okay.
But yes, so I think I'm 1 pound up from what we talked about, my low weight.
Okay.
From a week and a half ago. So
Okay.
I feel good because I feel like I fell off a little bit and I had to get back on track. So to be 1 pound away from that is great.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been trying to lose. I'm still like 9 pounds away from my Memorial Day weekend goal.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And hopefully what I want to do is I want to actually talk to somebody like a Cherie or talk to somebody like I see Patricia in here. Talk to her, you know, she's the GOAT. Women who got the results so you can cross-reference between what you got going on versus what she got going on, okay? So what I want you to do, Bridget, is let me ask you this. Yesterday, did you feel like you had a optimal day for you to see the scale drop?
yes, because I did my 24-hour fast.
Okay, well, that's cheating. So today, did you eat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So what I want you to do, just before you start talking, Cherie, if you don't mind me asking, did you have an optimal day for you to lose weight today?
What I don't know exactly what that means.
So basically, did you eat within the parameters of the program today?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I did.
So what I want you to do, Cherie, is tell us your actual daily routine from start to finish. Every single milestone that you do throughout the day, let us know. Then tell us what you eat, just so we can hear, are you working out in the morning? Or are you just eating? Or are you just getting more sleep? What's going on?
Okay, I'm going to preface this by telling y'all I probably work out, which to me working out is walking 2 to 3 miles once every other week if I get the chance to.
Okay.
I'm going to just say that.
You're good.
As far as eating, what I found the most success for me with is beef. So and I know when I eat too much and too little. So today, for the past couple of days, I've had a bacon double cheeseburger, no bun, mustard only on the side. So I'll just kind of put a little bit on there. Now, sometimes I'll throw a little romaine lettuce, just a little, a handful in there. But most times I just stick to just the beef, the cheese, and the bacon. And then I might have like a 4th cup of strawberries and blueberries and raspberry mixed later, before my 3 o'clock window ends for a snack, or I'll have a 4th cup of nuts. And then that's typically it for me. And I'll drink water throughout the rest of the day, and I'll probably cut myself off about 7 or 8 even with that, because I noticed that when I drink a certain amount of ounces of water, it has an effect on the scale the next day. Because I weigh myself at 7:15 a.m. every day.
Okay. Now, if you don't mind me asking, I noticed that you pointed out the lettuce. Why you say sometimes I have lettuce, sometimes I don't?
Because, so I know that you say you gotta throw the greens in there. So I'm not a big greens fan
All right, there you go.
in general, but I try to do it just so that I can be cognizant and honestly for digestive motility.
Okay, good. So as long as she's not afraid of greens, that's why I just want to make her, she explained a little bit more. But no, she just don't eat a lot of lettuce. She don't care for that. Okay? So ladies, if you're eating the right things, I literally had today, I went to a Jamaican restaurant. I'm in Maryland, and I went to my old Jamaican spot. I usually get the rice and peas, but I got goals. So I got double cabbage, and they literally filled up the whole bed, the whole tray of cabbage. You can eat as much cabbage as you want now, but people don't choose to order that. So if you actually like the cabbage, or if you actually like leafy greens, ladies, do not be afraid of the vegetables, especially if it's green. Be afraid of what you want to add to the vegetable. Like, I want to add some ranch to my broccoli. Things like that. All right? Now, you notice how she said, I got mustard. Cherie, why you get mustard instead of ketchup?
Because it doesn't have sugar or carbs in it.
Okay, how you know that?
I looked it up.
She looked it up, and also based off how it tastes, how you know that, Cherie?
Because it's not sweet.
So I'm telling y'all, Cherie, when we first communicated after the consultation, after her first orientation call, I can tell based off how her responses were, she read the book. So I'm just letting y'all know, ladies, if you know more, you know what to look out for, you're going to have less hiccups, period. Okay? And also, you can see that she had a bacon double cheeseburger. I had to basically beg her at one point in time to start eating a little bit more beef. Now she is. But now she's realizing, because she's not a big eater, she can eat this and she's technically good on average for the rest of the day. Right? But she might have some fruit or something like that and call it a day. Now, Cherie, on an average day, what time do you get home from work? What time do you get in bed? What time do you attempt to start going to sleep?
On average, I get home between 7:30 and 8 p.m. I get in bed around 9-ish, and I'll probably be asleep by 9:30 or 10.
How many times on an average night do you wake up?
Since I started this, actually none.
And every single morning, your stick color is, on average?
Dark purple.
Everything makes sense. Okay, ladies, so you see, she told you, I don't got a lot of time to move my body. I don't work out. But she makes sure she gets in bed by 9. Sound old lady-ish, even though she's not old, but guess what? I do the same thing, especially when I'm trying to lose weight. Now, I might be in the bed until 10:30 trying to go to sleep, but at least I am attempting to go to sleep. My lights are off. I am ready to wind down. So if you're waking up or you're moving around at 9 o'clock, some of my clients say, I'm washing clothes at 10 o'clock at night for no reason, even though you got a washer and dryer inside your house. Then I start cleaning up the kitchen at midnight. Then I start cleaning up the care. It's like you're doing too much at night. That is supposed to be your time for yourself. Do not be checking any emails. Do not be doing a whole lot of texting. Do not be talking to your girlfriends till midnight. They're going to be there tomorrow. Prioritize yourself so you can start seeing the scale drop more. Okay? Now, Bridget, what I want you to do is tell me what time you woke up today and tell us how your routine went today, and then also tell us what you ate today.
Yes. So I woke up at, so my clock went off at 7.
Okay.
I didn't get out of my bed till almost about 7:45.
Nothing wrong with that.
But, yeah. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
It was hard. Okay. And then, so what I ate, I cooked steak yesterday. See, I cooked so that I can eat good today. So I had steak, Brussels sprouts, and I had some turkey meatballs for my meal.
Okay. Now, let me comment on one thing. How big was the steak? How big were the meatballs?
Okay, so it's like the thin slice pack you get at Costco. So, not good on ounces, but the pack of 6 you get at Costco.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get what you're saying. Okay, let me ask you a better question. If I told you you could only have the steak with the Brussels sprouts, no turkey meatballs, how long do you think it would take based off how much steak you see on the plate? When would you get hungry?
So I ate at almost 2,
Okay.
and I was hungry about 5 o'clock.
And you had meatballs and Brussels sprouts, right?
Yes.
Okay. Pause right there. Cherie, after your bacon double cheeseburger today, what did you eat after that and how long did it take?
I waited about probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I had the fruit.
Okay. Did you have that fruit because you was hungry or you had that fruit because you wanted the fruit?
I'm not gonna lie, because I had 8 ounces of beef. I wasn't incredibly hungry. I just was craving it real bad.
Okay.
So I just had it.
Okay. Now, after your fruit, did you eat anything else today?
No,
Are you hungry right now?
not at all.
Okay. So, what does that mean? Cherie found something where after she eats this meal, she knows I'm not going to be hungry for the rest of the day. And also, I might as well not delay the inevitable. I'm craving something sweet. So if I'm craving something sweet, I might as well just get out the way now so I can technically, quote unquote, fast for longer. Because I'm not going to be hungry anyways. Do you see what I'm saying? So that is a great method because even I do that. So if I know, I just had the jerk chicken and cabbage about 3 or 4 hours ago. Y'all see me on this call drinking this. This is a protein shake, okay? But once again, I'm drinking my protein shake with collagen. All right? This is not going to make you stall. That in the Fairlife is not going to make you stall. But if you're having something like Premier or those pre-made protein shakes, it's going to make you stall. All right? So I'm drinking this because I actually had a sweet craving. But also, right now, I'm not hungry. So if I finish this, now I know for a fact I don't have to eat for the rest of the day. Now, I might, but I don't have to, based off how I feel. Okay? So, Bridget, after your turkey meatballs and your steak and your Brussels sprouts, what did you eat?
Well, that's what I'm getting at right now because I am hungry.
What do you want?
Well, I'm looking in the fridge and all I have is bacon, eggs, and shrimp.
Okay.
But I gotta cook the shrimp. But, yeah.
What I would say is if you want the scale to drop, for sure, just make yourself some bacon and eggs. You do whatever you want with it. Add some spinach to it. Add some, make it an omelet, whatever. Call it a day.
Okay.
Okay? At least 3 eggs.
Okay.
Okay? And about 2 to 3 strips of bacon. Now, since you are at home now, right?
Yes.
Do me a favor. If you have the steak in your house that you was referring to, right?
Yes.
Do you mind if you show us the size or the portion that you made for earlier today?
Okay, I'm gonna take the other one out and
Yeah.
show you.
Trey, real quick,
Okay.
you told her to eat the bacon and the eggs instead of the shrimp. Why?
No, just have bacon. She said she has to cook the shrimp. So, just convenience.
Oh, okay.
Just convenience.
I thought it was, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see?
Yes.
I can't see what you see. Can you see my steak?
No, I see like your screen.
Okay.
Turn on your camera. You see the camera button right there?
okay.
Yeah, stop sharing and put on your actual camera.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Stop sharing. Put on my camera.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. Now, is it gonna allow me to flip it? Oh, good Lord Jesus. Okay. Oh, here we go. Do you see the steak?
Okay, now, no funny. Hover your hand over the steak. So, do you think that steak is bigger than your hand or smaller than your hand?
Smaller.
Okay. So, that's a pretty decent sized steak. But now, if I told Bridget that's the only thing you can eat, like I said, with just Brussels sprouts, do you honestly feel like that will keep you full on longer than, I don't know, 3 hours?
I guess not.
So that means two things. Either steak is cool, but steak doesn't keep you full as long as you think, okay? Or two, your turkey meatballs, you probably didn't have more than about 4 or 5, true or false?
I had 6.
Yeah, 6
And they're
meatballs?
like this.
Yeah, you had them super miniature meatballs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, the meatballs, do they come in packaging? Or did you make it yourself?
They came in a package.
Do you still have the package available?
Yes.
All right, look at your meatballs, and I want you to tell me how many carbs you see.
So it's 5.
5 grams of carbs.
Yes.
How many grams of protein?
15.
And how many grams of fat?
8.
And what is the serving size?
6.
Okay. So essentially, was there anything wrong with your meal?
No.
Not at all. Because you added the meatballs. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, if you would have had the steak by yourself, and then you had the Brussels sprouts, there'll be something wrong because that steak is not going to keep you full for long. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, good choice, by the way. So, yeah, you can finish off your day with the bacon and eggs, and you should essentially see the scale drop. Now, Bridget, tell us what time on the average day you log off of work. Tell us what time on the average day do you get in bed, and tell us what time, honestly, on the average day you start nodding off.
Okay. I normally get off at like 5:30ish every day.
Okay.
And then I try to start getting into the bed about like 10:30, but I haven't been sleeping that well, so I just started sleeping good the other day. I have a tendency to wake up at 8 in the morning for no reason. But I did sleep through the night the other day, last night, so I felt good. I probably started nodding off probably close to 11.
Okay. Now, you work from home, right?
Yes.
If you get off at 5:30, if I had a fly on the wall and it can view exactly what you're doing, at 8 o'clock, what would this fly see you doing from 8 to 9 o'clock?
Well, I'd probably be coming back from the gym.
Coming back from the gym.
Yes.
Okay. So from 9 o'clock to 9:30, what are you doing?
Watching TV.
From 9:30 to 10 o'clock, what you doing?
Watching more TV.
Okay. Where are you watching TV at?
Either like in my living room.
So what I want you to do tonight is whatever you got going on, you can still go to the gym, right? But you essentially live by yourself too, right? By yourself?
Yes.
At 9 o'clock, I want you to touch that thermostat, set it to 68 degrees. I want you to go ahead and put on your bonnet or whatever you wrap your hair up at night and watch whatever you want inside the bed watching TV from your room.
Okay.
Do that tonight. Okay?
Okay.
Watch whatever show you want. Now, at 10:30, I want you to turn off the TV. And if you still want to watch some content, which is fine, just transfer the content that you're watching to your phone.
Okay.
Okay? So, like, what I do, and as you can see, I'm in a different place right now. I'm at my parents' house. So, since I've been at my parents' house, at 9 o'clock, I'm making my way upstairs. At 10 o'clock, all the lights in my room is off. I already set the house to 68 degrees. My parents already know what's up. It's my house when I'm here, right? And at 10 o'clock, I'm watching whatever I want on my phone. Last night, I got the best sleep that I've been here. And the only thing I did different was I actually ended my day earlier. I was inside my room by 9:30 with all the lights off by 9:30 inside my room. And I went to sleep earlier because I already had the fan going. I already had the thermostat set for 68 degrees for a whole entire hour. And I already in a room that's not emitting any blue light. Okay? So try that tonight, Bridget. So watch whatever you want. Catch up on your shows or whatever. Just do it inside of your bed and set your thermostat to 68 degrees at 9 o'clock. So your body can start feeling it, and then you're going to start winding down. Because when your core body temperature drops, it's easier for your body to go to sleep.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
All right, try that tonight.
Okay.
All right? Now, let me ask you one more question. Have you noticed the nights or the days that you choose to work out later during the day, it's harder for you to go to sleep? Or no?
Yes.
Okay.
And, no, I feel like when I work out in the morning time, because I was normally get up early and work out before work.
Uh-huh.
But I felt myself being drowsy.
Yeah.
Through the day.
That's cool.
So that's why I kind of changed it to in the evening time.
Okay. And that's fine. So ultimately, just do what's work best for you, right? I learned that my workouts are trash if I choose to work out later during the day. That's why I gotta work out in the morning. You gotta catch me when you catch me, right? Now, in your case, you notice that you don't like working out in the morning, which is fine. So you can keep doing what you got going on, okay?
Yes.
Just make sure you start winding down sooner than later, especially because you have the ability to go to sleep and have access to your thermostat whenever you want to, okay?
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So let's try that tonight and give me an update on if the scale dropped tomorrow morning, okay?
Okay. Sounds
All right.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Speaking of people seeing the scale drop, Marissa, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So this morning, did the scale drop again?
Yes.
Okay. So now, do you know why the scale dropped today or no?
Well, yeah, because I did a fast.
So you fasted yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Today you ate though, right?
I'm gonna eat when I get home.
It's kind of late, don't you think?
Yeah, no. Do I need to wait till tomorrow?
No, you never have to wait till tomorrow. But my question is, was that your intention this whole entire time? Like, was you gonna just fast out the whole entire day, or you told yourself I was gonna follow my 6-hour window today, but just didn't have time to eat?
Yeah, that one. I didn't
Okay.
have to. Well, I had time. I just haven't been home yet.
Okay.
And normally I eat when I get off of work.
Okay.
And,
All right.
Yeah.
So just remember, Marissa, that if you really need to see the scale drop, you want to eat earlier during the day versus later during the day. Okay?
Right.
So I'd rather you kind of have the same type of method that Cherie is doing. Cherie had her meal around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Noticed that she wasn't going to be hungry after. Let me just go ahead and get my snacks out the way so I can end off my day by 5. Opposed to you drawing it out and delaying it and say, I'll eat when I can, and now you're eating at 8 o'clock. And then expecting the scale to drop a significant amount the very next day.
Gotcha.
All right? But good choice.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to eat today. And just eat something a little bit more filling.
Salmon. I was gonna eat salmon. It's waiting on me when I get home.
Salmon?
Yep.
Okay, salmon is fine.
Okay.
All right? Okay.
Thank
Keep
you.
doing your thing. And safe travels.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Patricia, how you doing?
I'm okay. Okay, just driving this monsoon in Maryland.
Oh Lord. Okay, yeah, I was driving through that earlier today too. So, as of today, matter of fact, did you hit the 50-pound mark yet?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Okay, so you hit 50 pounds. Where you at now?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't check today.
You didn't check? Okay, that's cool.
You know the crazy thing I'm doing?
Okay. You know what?
It's not even for weight loss. It's really just because I've heard that that's the next step, and I've always wanted to do it because I slept all day, most of the day Sunday, because I was so tired from driving. It already gave me a head start. So.
Okay, so you're on day what? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
Okay, so ladies, I'm gonna go ahead and snitch on her. She's doing, cause she's crazy. All right, so don't listen to crazy people sometimes. Nah, but she's just serious about her goals. She's doing a dry fast. Okay, so I know some of my old clients, they are familiar with a dry fast. A dry fast is instead of you doing a 48-hour water fast, you're going without water for 2 days. Okay, now what is the benefits of you doing a dry fast? A dry fast is essentially 3 times more effective than a water fast. You're basically getting expedited results. And kind of like the results that you will get in a 48-hour fast, if you do a 1 real day dry fast, which means I'm going to go the whole day, not drink any water or eat any food. Not recommended. You don't have to do that. But essentially, that's like equivalent to you doing a 48-hour fast. Okay? So that means if you do a 2-day dry fast like she's doing, that's almost equivalent to you doing a 4 to 5 day water fast. All right? So the reason why somebody would do a dry fast just in general is, like I said, you get the same health benefits as a water fast because you're forcing your body to draw and break down the fat. When your body breaks down fat, it breaks down or receives water. Your triglycerides or your fat cells don't just hold fat. It's an organelle. So it can also produce hormones, but it also can draw in water. That's why some of y'all, when y'all losing fat, there's a point of time on your journey where you notice, like, for some odd reason, Trey, I feel like I cannot just get past this one number. For some of y'all, it might be like 150, or there's like a glass ceiling. For a lot of women, it's that 200 or breaking through the 100s, right? And that's because your fat cells is losing the fat, but because it's been this size for so long, it's saying, you know what, I'm gonna retain all the water I can possibly so I can keep my size. But when you're doing something like a dry fast like she's doing, you're not giving your body any water. So no matter what, your body is forced now to basically let go and release the water that the fat cells is holding on to. And what you see on the scale is what you get. So if you're ever at wit's end, first off, I wouldn't recommend everybody to do it. But if you're like, hey, you know what, I'm willing to do whatever it takes for me to see the scale drop tomorrow, and you are somebody who knows that you don't have a lot of time in your hands to work out, try to do a dry fast. And if you're the type of person where you're like, hey, you know what, I've been seeing this number for X amount of time, I'm getting tired of this number, believe it or not, do a water fast. If y'all do that, that's gonna break that glass ceiling, and you're gonna start seeing that scale dropping again, because once again, all your fat cells is doing is holding on to more water to retain the size. That's why during those times, or that course of the journey, I tell y'all, hey, don't focus on the scale, focus on what you see in the mirror and focus on the stick. Because no matter what, you're getting smaller. Okay? But if you're not doing things like you're moving your body a lot, you're not regulating your hormones, and the best way to regulate your hormones is getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you're going to fluctuate a little bit more. Okay? So sometimes you got to do some things that you technically do not want to do just to get the goal that you desire. So even like this summer, y'all, like, I told myself this summer I'm going to get the leanest I've been in 6 years. This summer. So I went to the gym earlier today at 7 o'clock in the morning. But right before this call, I went to the gym again. I only did cardio. And I also went into the sauna for 20 minutes. I didn't feel like doing that. I did not feel like walking. But I know one thing is for certain. If I do this and that, I can expect to be a leaner Trey tomorrow. So sometimes you just got to sacrifice. Now, question is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Somebody like Tati. Tati is somebody who doesn't have a lot of time in her hands. She's a mom. She lives in New York. But you're going to catch her walking. She makes time for her goals. That's why she was able to keep the weight off for almost, if not a full year now.
It's been over a year.
You see what I'm saying? There you go. Boom. So she makes time for that. So a lot of people say, oh man, I don't got time for that. I have at least 20 calls a day. I get at least 15 DMs a day talking about, hey, Trey, I'm trying to join your program. I get about 10 emails a day. I also got over 50 clients that text me every single day. So when y'all say I'm a little bit slow in my responses, I'm sorry, I had to do at least 50 other ones. Right? But guess what? I do it, but I still made time to do my cardio. And guess what? I did my cardio today while doing my text, while walking on the treadmill. So if this is your goal, y'all, I can tell you one thing's for certain. It is harder for you to lose the weight. It is easier for you to maintain the physique once you get there. True or false, Tati?
True. I was about to say, Trey, I did that dry fast for 96 hours. It's the best my body ever felt.
Less inflammation, that's why.
It was hard.
Yeah.
And the first 48 was hard.
Yeah. It's always the first 48.
But after the first 48, I just had to like break it because I was like, yeah, 96 hours. What you doing now? But it was the best I ever felt.
Yeah. So it's funny how you said that too, because when it comes to me fasting, after 24 hours, it starts getting easier. But my first 24 hours is always hell. But like she said, after the second day, now it's like a sport. It's like I can literally coast. I'm not even wanting water. I'm not just starving myself or just walking around dehydrated. Like I actually feel kind of good. And I also noticed that if you have a lingering injury or you notice that you have a nagging pain, it goes away.
I did it for that, my knee and my back.
There you go.
Going to the doctor, I was like, I'm over these shots. And I did it, and I don't even, that's gone.
Okay.
And I left the weight too much.
What'd you think, Patricia?
No, that is actually so funny because yesterday I took a sick day because I was so tired. So I basically was in bed most of the day. I just did like a 20-minute walk. But today I had to go into work. I feel so much better today than I did yesterday. Like I'm actually doing a water fast without the water. So I'll see what tomorrow morning feels like.
You see what I'm saying? And come again, this is coming from a woman who already lost 50 pounds in 3 months. So she is just the reason. Okay, you know what, Patricia, tell us your why. Why are you going so hard right now?
Well, somebody once told me you do the crime, you do the time. So
I don't know who that was. I don't know.
You know, I had my sister's graduation, I had Mother's Day, but all in all, I still lose my weight. I'm trying to get to 20 more pounds. So I saw the opportunity where I was feeling okay to try it. So I'm like, it's what the pros do. So I want to be on that stat, you know? So I'm just going to keep going for a few more weeks, hopefully get to my goal weight.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. In order for you to get something that you never had, you got to do something you never did. And Patricia, every single time she asks me 1,000 questions, right? But because she knows what to do, she knows why she's doing it, and that's why she's getting faster results. You can't keep doing the same thing and say, hey, man, I don't feel like something's wrong with my body. It's just not working. No, that's because we are too stubborn to change something, and we know in the back of our head what we can really do to make things a lot easier for our journey or what our goal is. Question is, how much do you care? You know, I care now enough to go to the gym twice a day. 2 months ago, I didn't give a flying F. Excuse my French. I'm not doing it. And I don't care to do it. But because summer's coming around, because my birthday is in less than 7 weeks, now I got time. Okay? So we make time for what we want, ladies. So just don't lose motivation. And then if you step it up, you're going to start seeing the results that you desire. Okay? Tiffany out here got abs. She just had a baby less than a year ago. But she wasn't playing around. She was not playing. Okay? So, just letting y'all know, ladies, it's possible. Just keep believing that you can do it. Just focus on the sleep if you have to. You know yourself. Focus on, are you waking up in the middle of the night? Focus on, hey, you know what? I know for 100% fact I focus in the middle of the night to go to pee. That means have less water later during the day. Try to do a hard cutoff at 8 o'clock. Then anytime you're thirsty, I'm not saying be in bed white-lipped, just take sips of water. Don't just crush the water at the 8 o'clock. If you're somebody that's in bed just staring at the ceiling like a vampire, that means you can't turn your brain off. That means you need GABA. Okay, so go ahead and grab that supplement. If you know somebody that always wakes up in the middle of the night, not to go to pee, you're just waking up in the middle of the night, your body needs a little bit more protein. So that's why I told some of my clients to get the glycine, which is an amino acid. So for some of y'all, if you're noticing that you're waking up in the middle of the night, just try to have a light protein snack outside your window, maybe around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Have a yogurt. That's it. Don't add no berries to it. Yogurt. Okay? The 25-gram yogurt, or have like the Fairlife protein shake. I guarantee you the scale's still going to drop. Might not drop a full pound, but it's still going to drop. Little things like that. You just got to alter something. Okay? Who else we got on this phone?
Sorry, can I just
What's
give
up,
a little bit of like dumb advice? It was not dumb, but just saying like we're in what me. I would just say, well, for me, it's just like give up a lot right now. Just sacrifice a lot for the next 2 months because summer is coming and you know everybody likes to be outside in the summer. And I was just looking at it like if I do the hard work now and you know, I live in New York, so when the ice cream truck is passing, I could stop it. You know, like this little stuff, I was just looking at little things. I could have, you know, I could be outside. I could have the crates, all the summer stuff, because we eat. For me, you know, we eat less in the winter time, so
Yes.
just give up all this stuff now. And I'm not really an outside kind of person, but I know a lot of your clients like to be outside on weekends. Just give up the outside for now, for the weekend. So like in the summer, you could be outside more and just like it's just like I say, suffer now and reap the rewards later. It's just you know my thing. And like I said, at the end of like before the call started, I came off the treadmill. Just at the end of the day, you know, just see if you could go for a walk. If you don't have a walking pad or a treadmill, whatever, go for a walk because it really does work. And what I've been doing lately is having a yogurt with my protein and some berries at the end, and it really does keep it full. I don't really do a window, but I eat about 9 to 4. Mm-hmm. I stopped eating about 4 still, and I've been still seeing, you know, still maintaining and dropping. I don't really care for the, you know, the scale so much because, you know.
Yeah. I love the fact that Tati said that, man. Sacrifice today so you can have more fun tomorrow, right? Work hard now so you can play more later. I imagine fat loss like you buying a house. If you ever bought a house, you know that for a couple months, you guys send the lender or the mortgage people 2 months worth of bank statements. And then they want to see how steady is your income and how steady is this account balance is going to be inside your account. Which means, what do? People pump fake for 2 months. Don't take out no money for 2 months to show that, hey, we're not just spending money willy-nilly, right? Then after you are able, or once you get pre-approved or whatever the case may be, now you can literally spend the money that you want. But you had to sacrifice 2 months of non-spending so you can obtain the house that you want. Now you can do what you want. Same thing when it comes to fat loss. I'm doing a whole lot of cardio now. I'm working out 5 days out the week now, even though I don't want to now, because in the summertime, I know I'm going to do it less. But I can do it less now because I already got the body that I want. Now, all I got to do is maintain it. And when you're maintaining it, guess what? You don't got to lift as much weights. You don't got to do as much cardio. All you got to pay attention to is, okay, if I kind of wild out with my food choices today, maybe I shouldn't have any drinks. For some of y'all who don't drink at all, guess what? Now I can have a little bit more food, but you know what? Let me just go for a walk. But this time I'm walking the beach. I'm not doing it because I have to. I'm doing that because I'm just trying to maintain. I'm not trying to lose fat. Okay? So Tati went through it. Tiffany went through it. When y'all going through, or once y'all hit y'all goal weight, y'all gonna go through a maintenance process where I'm saying, hey, every single day I want you to eat something that I told you couldn't eat. So you can realize, wow, I'm having the rice again, I'm having the potatoes again, I'm having the spaghetti again, I'm having my favorite cookies again. But because I'm being more intentional with these cookies, the scale's not shooting up. But that's totally different from you starting your day off with Starbucks, with a caramel macchiato. Then you have your lunch at Jersey Mike's. Then you have 2 bags of Skinny Pops later during the day. Now you're cooking or eating dinner with your family, and then you're ending off your day with just a little bit of ice cream. That's 2 totally different things. So be intentional with your carbs. That's what I'm teaching y'all to do. I don't want y'all to be afraid of carbs. Okay? I could have got the rice and peas. Every single time I step foot inside that Jamaican restaurant that I usually go to, I always, 100% of the time, get a beef patty. I didn't today. But next time which is going to be a Saturday, I'm going to get my beef patty. Stay on course to your goal. Sacrifice today so you can get what you want tomorrow. All right?
You know, Trey.
What's up, Tiff?
I was just telling my husband that the other day. Being on this plan, I said before I was on this plan, I did not realize how much sugar was in my diet until I got on this plan. I was just like, the things that I was eating, like, oh, that's small, doesn't matter. It was so much sugar. And when you take it out of your diet, the way your body kind of responds is very, very amazing, actually.
There you go. And now your body is a well-oiled machine. And by the way, this feeling that y'all got, the euphoria that you feel, the clear head that y'all got, this clear skin. My skin never been this clear my whole entire life. But you know what I did different this year? Stop eating man-made foods. Hey, Trey, it's Catalina Crunch. I thought I could have this on this program. You can. But I had less of this. And now an adult acne that I've been dealing with for all my life, even though it wasn't as super bad, but I still had it, is gone. I just had to take out this. It's crazy. So, yes, sometimes they got hidden sugars in every single product you can think about. Just be mindful of that. And if you're stalling, you feel like you're doing everything right, but the scale's still not dropping, tell yourself, I'm not going to have no snacks today. All I'm going to eat is whole meals. Watch the scale drop. Okay? Eat to get full. And if you're stalling, watch out for your snacks. Watch out for your man-made things, even if they're keto, even if they're protein-based. All right? Other than that, I'm about to end this call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call on 2 more people. And if you have any questions, please raise your hand. And I'll go ahead and make sure I talk to you before we end this call. But Tamidria, how you doing?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. How's life?
Life has been good. So I finally got to the point that we initially spoke about in January with my ups and downs as far as eating habits and things of that sort. I reached that point, which is 30 pounds down this past week. And I want to continue forward, but I did notice that I was starting to feel that excitement, and I'm starting to feel myself a little bit more.
Yeah, you bad.
Now I'm just like, okay, let me hop back on these calls to continue to monitor myself. And so I'm just, popping back in to, keep within the community, to have like-minded individuals that I can connect with to stay on track.
Okay. So, Tamidria, what I want to tell you first off is congratulations on finally hitting your goal. Okay. And what I want you to do is, do you follow me on Instagram or no? Honestly, it's cool.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Send me, just text me or, DM me. Say, hey, this is Tamidria.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a link so we can have a conversation tomorrow, since you technically hit your goal weight for now, right?
Yes, but I would like to be still 30 pounds less than
Okay.
where I am today.
Okay. So, yeah, so we're just going to have a check-in call, and I'm going to go ahead and hook you up with you working with me for a month for free. Deal?
Okay.
So, make sure you shoot me a DM. But congratulations.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
All right, ladies. And yeah, what I'm about to do, ladies, is the reason why I have this community is to have women like Tamidria and like every single last one of y'all on this call. So if I see your name multiple times, I'm just gonna let y'all know, because y'all on the call. Y'all gonna see a mass exodus after Saturday. A lot of people, about at least 100 or 200 people is gonna be gone. Because once again, there was on part of the contest and all that stuff. But I'm only keeping the people around who shows up, who is disciplined, and who brings value to the community. I don't care about the numbers. I care about value. Quality over quantity. So somebody like Tamidria, she's gonna stay. Okay? So if I see y'all making this call and all that, I'm never kicking you out the group. Because when we have somebody that comes along that wants to, learn the wisdom that y'all got, they can learn from y'all. Opposed to me. Okay? So great job, ladies, as a group. Y'all doing amazing. I am proud of y'all. And y'all see, I've been posting, if y'all follow me on Instagram, I've been kind of posting almost a transformation almost every single day now. Because it's the summertime and people taking it serious. So keep doing y'all thing. Congratulations. And all y'all literally doing is motivating other women to partake in what you did. Okay? My goal, my mission is to make sure that the obesity rate in the minority community plummets. But in order for that to happen, each one teach one. We got to provide this information to other people. That's why I have no problem giving away my information for free. That's not my goal. I'm not trying to get rich. I might, but that's not my goal. I just want to help my people. All right? So keep doing y'all thing, ladies. I'm proud of y'all. I'm about to end this call. So if anybody want to speak now or forever hold your peace. Patty Ann, what's up? Patty, you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. I finally just got the GABA, right? So I want to know the best time frame to take the magnesium and the GABA if I'm trying to be in bed by 10.
If you're in bed by 10, take that around 9:30.
Okay.
So an hour before you ready to call it a day. Because it's going to put you out.
Okay, got it.
Okay? So usually I take mine around 9 o'clock. And by 30 minutes later, I'm in my bed. And the nights I take that, by like 10:15, 10:30, I'm out. So try that.
Got it.
Good question.
Thank you.
And I'm going to speak to one more person. Nicole Daniels, how you doing?
Oh, I thought I was getting off.
Nah, you ain't.
So I'm waiting for my appointment with my doctor to find out what's going on with my hips.
Okay.
But I have been frustrated, as I expressed to you in my text messages. But being on this call today, like I told you, I'm not able to get up and fix the meals and all that stuff like I was because of, I feel like my hip replacement is something going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been eating like I should, or should I say it's not as much. So I'm still stuck at the 185. But hearing the dry fast, I'm thinking I might try to switch to that rather than not eating enough, because that's always been my problem.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Yeah, ladies. So Nicole is somebody who I know she got the will, but she was in the same boat as Cherie. I'm not sure if she's still on this, but Cherie was over there eating a chicken salad a day and calling it a day, only eating one time. She was not losing weight. Then I said, hey, Cherie, I want you to start eating beef. Cherie was like, Trey, I don't eat beef. I said, why? She was taught that beef is unhealthy, and she was taught that beef was too heavy. She didn't understand how, if I eat more, which means more calories, the scale's going to drop more. We had the debacle back and forth. She started eating beef. As you can see, now she's getting a bacon double cheeseburger. I didn't ask her to do that. She's just doing that because the scale is dropping because she's giving her body enough calories. Okay? So ladies, if you are somebody who is prone to not eating enough, by the way, I used to be one of them people, then I would rather y'all either eat a meal where you know I don't have to eat again for the rest of the day and after I eat this meal, or I'd rather you say, I'm not going to eat at all. Because what you're doing when you give your body fuel, you're telling your body, hey, body, you can count on me today. I'm going to give you enough calories. Now, I'm not talking about the algorithm or the little metrics that they tell you on MyFitnessPal, but I'm going to give you at least 1,400 calories because your body cares about quality of the calories. not quantity of calories. That's why I don't tell my clients to track their calories. That doesn't matter. Where is the calories coming from? That's what matters. Okay? So now, if you are giving your body at least 1,400 calories, right? You can expect the scale to drop. But for some of y'all only eat probably sometimes 700, 800, not even cracking 1,000 calories. You didn't eat enough. Now you just stressed out your body. Now your body is basically, trying to figure out, okay, where we're going to get these calories coming from. For all that, we could have just burned this body fat. So it's kind of like, as an analogy, I tell some of my clients this. It's like if Nicole said, hey, I'm about to go get my nails done, right? And then her man says, oh yeah, babe, don't worry about it. I'm going to pay for your nails today. She go gets her nail done. Y'all already know y'all nails going to be over $100. But he don't know that. So he sends her $20. Nicole, how you going to feel after that?
I'm be looking like, what is this for?
That's for one nail, bro. I got 9 more. You see what I'm saying? So that just stressed her out. Because for all that, I could have paid for it myself. Because I was going to do it anyways. Your body reacts the exact same way when you don't give it enough calories. So y'all see me drinking this protein shake. Why? I didn't want the protein shake. I just know for a fact. So far today, I didn't give my body enough calories at all. That jerk chicken, them little 3 pieces, and the cabbage was not enough calories. So I need to get in a little bit more calories today before I call it a day. But if I chose to get what I wanted earlier, what I really wanted, which is some steak fajitas with some eggs and a side of chicken, I could have called it a day after that. And I've been totally fine. Okay? So listen to your body, ladies. Okay? And if you're stalling, make sure you really pay attention to what you're eating. Are you really getting quality sleep? And are you moving your body enough? Because once again, fat loss is a tricycle. You need all 3 on average. And if you can't do all 3, just do 2. But you got to pick 2. Can't just do 1. All right? Thank y'all for making this call. And the next call is going to be on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll see y'all soon. That was a good call. Girl, tonight.